Hey audio friends, welcome back to the channel. MrAyrit here, and I've got a special review for you today. This is the review of the Dunu Falcon Pro. Comes in a box that looks like this, okay? Why this IEM is special is because it is like a fully modular IEM, plus it sounds really, really good. So long story short, I think this is probably my favorite new IEM. It was sent to me by a friend of the channel. Okay, so I'm not getting paid for this or anything. I didn't buy this myself, although I did offer to buy this from him. It looks like it retails for around $220. And you can see on my desk here, it's a freaking mess because this kit, this IEM kit, it comes with like a ton of stuff. And we got to break down a little bit of what that stuff is and what it does and why it comes with all this stuff. All right. So the boxing, you know, I'm not gonna put it back together. Right. It comes in a pretty typical box. Okay. Nothing super special. It's fine. Got a little case comes with. Is nice. Like a denim, like a teal denim material. I don't know. Pretty cool. Okay. The cable is okay. It's fine. I don't have a problem with the cable. It doesn't tangle very much. It's very plasticky feeling, but it was okay. It is MMCX, you know, it's got the typical, you know, ear hook things on it. It's fine. So no worries there. It comes with this little pouch to store the IEMs in. It comes with another little pouch, cleaning cloth. Maybe it's not. Is it a pouch or a cleaning cloth? It's a cleaning cloth, okay? Because the IEMs themselves are, you know, they're kind of chromey looking, you know? I got a nice fingerprint on them there, so I think, you know, fingerprints are going to be a thing with these, right? They do have kind of a cool, if I can capture it here, they do have kind of a cool little side, like, bevel that has, it's like a matte finish, and it's got some symbols carved in it and stuff, so I don't know, it's kind of cool. One thing that I will definitely point out to you, though, is you see all those holes on the back there? This is like, I'd call it like semi-open almost for an IEM. It doesn't seal you off totally from the world. So you still, you know, you get some leakage coming in. It's not a bad thing, and based on how it sounds, I think it's probably a good thing, and I wish more IEMs would look at doing something like this. It does muffle most things outside, but it sounds also a little more open in the sense of space. That's really what's special about this IEM. It's just, it really has a great depth and imaging separation. Just, it really does a natural, the most natural presentation of an IEM I've heard, just as far as spatial information. Okay, so that's the highlight of it, and I'm really into that type of thing. So for me, that pretty much makes this a super special IEM, but we'll get more into that with the sound here in a little bit. So we need to start talking about the special stuff about this IEM, as far as what it comes with. So the cable, back to the cable, right? Okay, 90 degree 3.5, pretty standard, right? Okay, but boom, that comes off. Okay, so it's a kit. Like I said, it's a kit. So it comes with, there's 3.5 to 1/4 inch. There's, I don't know if you can see it in there. This hasn't even been opened yet. I'm not gonna open it because it's a friend's, but 4.4 tips, 2.5 balanced. So it's like a whole kit, like this cable you can swap the ends on. I love that. I absolutely love that, because otherwise, like right down here, you know, I'm keeping like handfuls of cables for IEMs around, because, you know, what am I using to listen to? Do I need 2.5? Do I need 4.4? Do I need 3.5? It's super annoying. I love having a great system like this. It's like having a heart audio system for IEMs. It's amazing. Okay, it's awesome. I love it. 10 stars for this cable. Every IEM that costs over $100 should be coming with a cable like this, in my opinion. Okay, shoot, every headphone should be coming with a cable like this. Make our lives easier, right? So I love the cable for that purpose. The material, it's okay. But with those adapters, it's just amazing. I love it. Okay, now the real special part here, okay? I saw these when I opened this up, and I was like, what? All these little, it's a bunch of little O-rings, and they're different colors. So I'm going, geez, you gotta tune this thing with like O-rings or something, and I was kind of poo-pooing it, right? Well, then I found this, okay? Check this thing out. This is a little metal card with threads on it, and you definitely won't be able to read that, but these are different filter tips for the Dunu Falcon Pro. And you've got a transparency filter, you've got a reference filter, and then the one that I have on that I think is my favorite, although I did like the reference a lot too. They do change the sound. They definitely change the sound, but they keep, I don't know. I liked them all. I think I like the atmospheric immersion the best. I did like the reference a lot too. Transparency was fine as well. They do change it a little bit, but they all sounded good to my ear. But I think I like the atmospheric immersion the best, and I think that has to do with just, again, like the imaging and the spatial presentation of this IEM. Okay, so how these work, let me pull a tip off here and I'll show you. Okay, so these things just thread on. Oh, I lost it. Try that again. So these things just thread on, and then you can see inside the IEM there's just little threads. So you can take these off, and then each one has its own O-ring because they're different sizes and stuff like that. And wow, what a great idea, because the IEM itself is great for starters, but then to have that little tweakability to be able to tune it, just a little bit. And then I'm just using some generic tips that I had on hand. But I mean, it comes with 1, 2, 3, 4 bags of tips here. So there's got to be some tunability there as well. So this thing is it's a modular, it's tunable. It's so cool. It's so cool for $220. And the sound quality is really good. It's a single dynamic driver. I can't remember how big, maybe 10 millimeters or something like that. But the name of the game is natural, right? This is the most natural sounding IEM. Like, usually I listen to IEMs and I'm like, okay, it sounds good for an IEM. Like, that's how I feel about them, right? I'm not a big IEM person, but these, I feel like they get the spatial information, the spatial presentation, they get that right, whereas most IEMs just don't. I mean, some IEMs have soundstage and imaging and separation, all that, but it just never feels normal or natural. These do. The tuning, like I said, you can play with it a little bit, but I think largely it's a neutral tuning. It's pretty flat. The bass is, I mean, it's not a huge bass IEM, definitely not. It's a more reference tuning, I would say, a more neutral, flat tuning. It's got some sparkle there up in the highs, but it's not overbearing. Nothing stands out. Like, it just sounds natural. That's the word, natural. And I know that's like an audiophile word. What does it mean? It just, for me, it means it sounds real. Like, I'm listening and nothing sounds over exaggerated or too sharp or too muffled or too boomy, or it just sounds normal. It sounds good. So I'm really impressed with the Dunu Falcon Pros here. I think what a phenomenal like IEM kit that you can get. $220. I mean, yeah, it's getting up there for IEMs. I mean, it's certainly more than most of the IEMs that I own, but just from the sound quality, the build quality, and then just the versatility you get with all this stuff, right? What are you gonna buy? You're gonna buy another IEM with, then you're gonna buy $20 tips, and then you're gonna buy a $30 cable or something. You know what I mean? So just keep that in mind when you're doing some shopping, that these sound good, they sound natural, they present space just terrifically, and you get all this versatility and tunability with it. I don't know, full recommendation. I am super pleased with this. Like I said, I'm gonna try to buy it from my friend Stax. Thanks for sending these to me. If he doesn't sell them to me, I'm gonna look for some because they are great, and I think this is good, my IEM to beat at this point in time. This is my IEM to beat. They're comfortable. Never had a problem with the seal coming off or anything like that. They fit my ear better than, like, I just did the Katos, and you know, they're good. Like, they're good. They're the best Moondrops I've heard, I think, but like, they just don't fit my head, my ears quite right. And I never had a problem with these, so I love them. Great IEMs. I think it's a wonderful place to start if you're looking, you know, if you're at like a $50 IEM and you're looking to upgrade. Like, what a good system to get into, and it's got great sound. As long as you like that kind of more neutral tuning and you're into spatial information in your music, yeah, get them. Like I said, not being paid, you know, this is just, I was just really impressed with this IEM kit here. So yeah, love it. All right, well, alternative opinions, you know, drop them down below. But I mean, there's got to be somebody out there that probably doesn't like them, but I don't know. What's your experience? Have you lived with them? What's your favorite tips? You know, what's your favorite, you know, adapter things on them here? Like, any other IEMs you'd recommend for $200? Drop that stuff in the comments below. I appreciate your time. Thanks for being here. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.